Hello everyone. Welcome back to channel, Nomad Xplores. Today, Nomad will introduce to you two famous locations of the Starbucks coffeehouse chain in Seattle. One location is the world's first Starbucks coffee roastery reserve. And the other location is the world's first Starbucks coffee house. You will be able to distinguish the difference between these two places after watching this video. If you find it interesting, please click subscribe and share so more people can know. The first location that Nomad introduces to you in this video is the world's first Starbucks store. The store is located in the Pike Place Market area that Nomad already introduced to you in the previous video. Nomad will leave the video link below in the comments section for your reference. Currently, as you can see, there is a long line of customers in front of the store, waiting for their turn to buy their favorite drinks. This first Starbucks store opened on March 30th, 1971. The opening of the store was very modest, with only one employee. And that employee was one of the three co-founders of Starbucks. The story goes that, more than 50 years ago in Seattle, there were three friends from college. One was an English teacher, one was a writer, and one was a history teacher. All three loved delicious dark roasted coffee. However, at that time, they had to go to another town to enjoy that type of coffee. Therefore, they decided to establish Starbucks because they wanted this type of coffee to be accessible to the people of Seattle. After the co-founders named their coffee store Starbucks, they thought about needing a symbol to go with that name. And the first Starbucks logo was born, inspired by a picture in a nautical book. The logo is brown, with a charming two-tailed mermaid from Greek mythology in the center. This mermaid lured passing sailors to their deaths with her enchanting song. In 1987, the Starbucks logo was changed to match the new ownership company. Green replaced brown, and the mermaid had a more modern look, with a shorter name surrounding it. In 2011, on the occasion of its 40th anniversary, Starbucks announced a more modern version of its logo, with the face of the mermaid as the center of the logo. This version exists until today. This is the main door to the store. After about 30 minutes of waiting in line, it is Nomad's turn to go inside the store. Right behind the entrance, a brass label commemorates the first Starbucks store, founded in 1971. These brass labels are also the lids of bulk coffee bins. Compared to the first day of opening the store with only one employee, today, the number of employees has significantly increased to meet the demand of an increasing number of customers. With an area of about 90 square meters, this store is too small to set up a table for customers to sit down and enjoy coffee in the house. Therefore, customers come here to buy their drinks and take them away. Although it has a very small area, this store is one of the stores with the highest sales in the US. This espresso bar was added in 1987 when Starbucks began serving brewed coffee and espresso drinks. However, there is no pastry counter as usual. This Pike Place store is one of the only Starbucks locations in the world that doesn't serve food. This is because the original lease stipulated no food could be served, and that tradition is continued to this day.
show me? I have that fancy matcha latte for you.
Howard Schultz, former director of operations and marketing, quit his job at Starbucks to start his own company. In 1987, he acquired the Starbucks brand, along with a coffee roaster and 6 coffee stores in Seattle. He confided, "This is where it all began. My dream to build a company that fosters respect and dignity, to create a place where we can all come together over a cup of coffee." There is a pig standing guard above the door of the store. It's called pork and beans, wrapped in burlap and coffee beans. Pork and beans is a product of Starbucks participating in a contest called Pig Parade in 2001 to raise funds for the Pike Place Market. As more and more people visit Pike Place, the store begins selling special mugs, t-shirts, and exclusive coffee products to customers to commemorate their visits, as well as increase sales for the store. Every year, hundreds of thousands of visitors come to the first Starbucks store in the historic Pike Place Market to enjoy coffee and to take photos with the original brown logo. They walk across a century-old oak floor to the original wooden counter, where coffee is still scooped by hand. Although often considered the first Starbucks store, its current location at 1912 Pike Place is actually the store's second location. The store's first address was located at 2000 Western Avenue for 5 years, from 1971 to 1976. Due to the building being demolished, the store had to relocate to its current address, in the Pike Place Market area. That's why the store is called Pike Place Starbucks. The next place that Nomad wants to introduce to you in this video is one of the Starbucks Reserve Roasteries. This is the first Starbucks Reserve Roastery of its kind in Seattle and the world. We will know more about this type of coffee stores when we get inside the house. This roastery was opened in Seattle's vibrant Capitol Hill neighborhood in December 2014. It is located just 9 blocks from the Pike Place Starbucks store, which Nomad just introduced to you. We're now in front of the store. On the left roof of the store, you see a star symbol and letter R. The star represents the Starbucks brand, and letter R informs customers that this store is of Reserve Roastery. Now, Nomad is inside the roastery. First, Nomad will explain to you main differences between a regular coffee house and a Reserve Roastery, both of which are owned by Starbucks. Starbucks has more than 38,000 regular coffee houses or stores in more than 80 countries. Therefore, you can easily find one of this kind quite close to you. Almost all Starbucks stores are regular stores and marked with a green logo, with a mermaid's face at the center. Meanwhile, there are only 7 coffee Reserve Roasteries in 6 major cities in the world, including Seattle, New York, Chicago, Shanghai, Tokyo, and Milan. These 7 shops are many times larger than regular stores, and are represented by a logo, consisting of a star above letter R, as Nomad just mentioned. The second main difference is the coffee itself. Regular coffee stores use similar types of coffee, 100% Arabica beans, mainly sourced from Latin America. Arabica coffee often has a more delicate flavor after being roasted. Meanwhile, the Reserve Roasteries have a selection of higher quality coffees, which are processed more thoughtfully. Coffee here is made from rare or special coffee varieties grown all over the world. All coffee beans are roasted at one of the Reserve Roasteries. Each location is specifically designed to bring out the different characteristics of the coffee beans. As a coffee roasting facility, These locations are equipped with a very impressive machinery system. Here, customers have an opportunity to witness the roasting process firsthand, and can even buy coffee beans that have just been roasted. In addition, Starbucks has an entire shop inside, selling a variety of products. This is the roasting area, where Starbucks master roasters diligently perform their work. They try to combine the two factors of time and temperature in the coffee roasting process to help ensure the best flavor of each type of coffee. This is a large coffee roaster, roasting all types of coffee available here to supply the whole world. This employee is entering data into the computer, preparing for a new roasting cycle. You can ask him questions while he is working, and he's happy to answer you. Up there you can see a display screen. The screen shows which step in the roasting process is being performed. Currently, the system is transporting green coffee beans into the roaster. After being roasted, the coffee beans is stored in this giant copper barrel. This copper barrel is produced locally using the manual mounding method. Here, the coffee beans rest and degas after the roasting process. This ensures the coffee reaches its best flavor before being packaged or transported to other Starbucks stores. In addition to the large coffee roaster, the roastery also has a smaller roaster to serve the needs of on-site customers here. Because the machine capacity is smaller, it is easier to control the roasting process, resulting in better coffee quality. At the rear of the lower level is the experience bar that true coffee lovers cannot miss. At the bar, you will have an opportunity to enjoy your cups of coffee, prepared using different methods. Through coffee brewing methods and origin-based storytelling, the experience bar provides a fun moment for those who want to deepen their love of coffee. This is the main bar area of the store. The staff at the counter will recommend you brewed coffee drinks, or espresso drinks, made from the store's freshest and rarest coffee beans. The bar itself is a work of art, manufactured and handcrafted in New York of solid teak and marble. If you are not in a hurry, you can sit down, relax, sip and enjoy your cup of coffee. This is the front of the main bar. As you can see, the baristas here are very busy with their work. Behind them, there's a strange system that you may have never seen. It is a system of coffee hoppers. Coffee beans that have just finished roasting in the opposite area will be transferred to these hoppers through a compressed air system, designed according to specific requirements. The baristas then put the coffee beans through the final stages of their journey, either into your cup of coffee, or into packages to be shipped around the world. Located on the right side of the roastery's entrance is the pizza, cake, and bread baking area. According to Starbucks, the baking process is done manually following the standard baking process, without skipping any step, so that the products are always delicious. Therefore, to enjoy these delicious cakes, you have to wait in line for quite a long time. Looking at these attractive cakes, you will definitely ask yourselves, where were they baked? Let me tell you. With their classic yet highly precise design, the dark gray ovens in the distance behind the bakers are the tools used by bakers to bake bread, cakes, and others manually to produce eye-catching cakes like these ones every hour, every day. Next to the baked products counter is the mixology bar. Term mixology is defined as the art and study of mixing drinks to create new mixed drinks called cocktails. At this bar, you can enjoy the intersection of art, science, craft, and mixology. The cold brew coffee system consists of many consecutively connected towers, showcasing the entire cold brewing process through each drop of coffee. Last but not least, another difference between a regular coffee house and a reserve roastery is the musical performance offered to customers. In regular stores, you can only enjoy music through the music playing system on the store's speakers. However, at the reserve roasteries, after receiving your cup of coffee and cake or bread, you can find a seat to enjoy live music performed by artists. Nomad has so far introduced to you 2 gentle relaxation places in the city of Seattle, Washington State, USA. Now, Nomad would like to say goodbye to you all. See you again in the next videos.